to Embedded Projects. Today we are going to see how to interface the MLX90614 infrared temperature sensor with Raspberry Pi. Okay, I hope you all know MLX90614 sensor. I will show you the sensor. So this is the sensor I am talking about. So this is GY906 we can say, or the MLX90614. So this is infrared thermometer. So this is very famous after COVID. So now a lot of persons are using this sensor, and its price also increased before and after COVID. There is a wide difference in the price also. So as like a Max 30102, which is also very famous after COVID, this is also very famous after COVID. So now we are going to see how to interface this sensor with the Raspberry Pi. This sensor is basically the I2C connection. This sensor is basically the I2C connection. As you can see, it has 4 pins: V in, ground, SCL and SDA. V and ground, we are going to give the supply voltage of 5 volt, and SCL and SDA the I2C connection with the Raspberry Pi. And how to connect this with the Raspberry Pi is like this. Okay, so this is a connection how we are going to do it with Raspberry Pi. So we need to connect the 5 volt. So you can, as you know, this red is 5 volt. We are going to connect this 5 volt to the sensor and also ground to the sensor, and we are going to connect the SDA and SCL pin to the SDA and SCL. SDA is yellow wire and SCL blue wire to the Raspberry Pi to the pin number, board pin number. It's 3 and 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 3 and 5. Okay, like this we are going to connect both pin 3 and 5. Like this we are going to connect in the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so after connecting the sensor with the Raspberry Pi, then we need to know how to interface or write the code and check whether it is connected or not. For that we are going to open the Raspberry Pi in the VNC Raspberry Pi desktop in the VNC viewer. Okay, I'm just closing this. So this is how the sensor is connected. As you can see, there are two sensors connected. Okay, one is Max. Now we are not going to talk about that. And another one is MLX90614 is connected here. And also I have one more sensor is connected, that is a infrared sensor. Just to identify whether the finger is before the infrared sensor or not. Infrared temperature sensor is one is infrared temperature sensor, another one is infrared sensor. Infrared temperature sensor is going to measure the body temperature, and the infrared obstacle sensor is going to detect whether your finger is present or not. Further I am using that sensor also. Two sensors are connected here. I will show you the code for both. Okay, so now I am opening the Raspberry Pi using the VNC viewer. So now I have opened the Raspberry Pi. So this is the Raspberry Pi screen. Okay, and let me first see whether the sensor is connected or not. The I2C address of the MLX90614 is 5A. Okay, let me go with the I2C detect command to know whether the sensor is properly connected. Yeah, it's properly connected. So 5A is the address of MLX90614. 57 is Max 30102 and 30100, and 5A is the I2C address of MLX90614. Okay, it is properly connected with the Raspberry Pi, and it is being detected with the connection in the I2C detect. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the code. So okay, to test this. Okay, so I'm just opening the code: sudo idle3 test mlx.py. So this code is very simple actually. You are going to load the SM bus. We're going to load the libraries, that is SM bus and MLX90614. There is a library file or driver file, whatever you call. Okay, so the library file is written, that is MLX. So this is the library file which will interact with the MLX90614 registers and get the data from the sensor and give it to you in the presentable manner. So you can get the object temperatures, you can read the temperature, ambient and the body temperature, and it will return to you. So these are all the register values. From these registers only the values will be read and given to you. For that only we are using this library file. Library file is basically for getting to read the data from the this hardware device, from the hardware device registers. Okay, so we are going to import this register file. Okay, and bus equal to SM bus of 1, and the address is 5A. We know the address of sensor is 5A. So these are the basic things, and after that we will be getting the two values. One is Celsius and another one is Fahrenheit. Okay, basically we will be getting the Celsius value, get object 1. Okay, so basically we will be getting the Celsius value, and we are going to convert it into the Fahrenheit. and we are going to display both the Celsius and Fahrenheit value of the, so we are going to display both the Celsius and Fahrenheit value. Okay, so this is object temperature, and there is one more temperature, that is ambient temperature. Okay, ambient temperature, and you will get two temperatures, one is ambient temperature, one is body temperature. Okay, and then we will be displaying the body temperature, and also will be displaying the ambient temperature, and finally we are closing the bus. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, so this is the body temperature and this is the ambient temperature. We are just rounding the ambient temperature to two devices because it will be giving the long list of temperatures, so we are just rounding it to 2 digits after decimal points, and we'll be showing the degree signs and we'll be displaying it here. Okay, now let us test this. Without keeping the finger, I'm just running this code. Anyhow it's going to show the values. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting the long values, right? Okay, it's showing the values. One is 92, body temperature is 92, that is in Fahrenheit, and ambient temperature is 34 in Celsius. Okay, when you see Celsius, it will be mostly equal because I have not kept the finger, so both the body temperature and ambient temperature will be equal. Okay, so now let us see whether it is equal or not. I'm just going to convert the body temperature into I'm just going to show the body temperature in Celsius. Okay, and also I'm just going to round it off. I'm just rounding the Celsius for 2 digit. Fine. And now let us see what is the body temperature and ambient temperature without keeping the finger. Okay, so now it is 33.27. So now as you can see, we are getting the both body temperature and ambient temperature around 33 and 34. Okay, so this is the value we are getting for both the values, and next we are going to get the both the values in Fahrenheit. So this is how the values. So next we are going to read the temperature sensor using GUI application. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the code by which you are going to read the temperature sensor using GUI application. So I will show you the code. So this is the code I'm going to use. Okay, in this we don't need this numpy and we don't need this time, so we are not using the time, so I'm just deleting the time. We don't need this CV2, we're not using OA, so, and we don't need this picture. Fine, so this is a code. So in this code, as you can see, I am using the Tkinter so that I can develop the GUI application, that is labels and buttons, all those things, graphical user interfaces by using the Tkinter. And then we have the GPIO. So this is for getting the data from the IR obstacle sensor so that I can identify whether my finger is present or not. And the library for using the, and then we need the library for using the MLX and the address of the MLX. So these are the library, and then we are initiating the object and the sensor by using the address of the sensor, and then I am creating the labels. So we have the 4 labels, 2 for titles and 2 for body temperature and ambient temperature, and this label will be updated every 30 milliseconds by using self delay update module. So this is a function will be called every 30 seconds, and only if the finger is present in front of the temperature in front of the obstacle IR obstacle sensor, that is it's a low active low output, so it will be 0. Only if the output of the infrared obstacle sensor is 0, then we are going to read the data. That means the finger is present above the sensor. We are going to read the sensor value and update the value in the labels by using these update functions. So this is how the entire thing is going to work. I will show you its output. Okay, I'm just, so this is why I'm using this IR, because we don't know, because this sensor this MLX temperature sensor will always give the data, right? Because if you keep finger or don't keep finger, it will always give the data, but I want data only if I keep the finger. To identify whether I am keeping my finger or not, I am using the IR obstacle sensor. Okay, now it's not giving any data, right? So now I am going to keep my finger in the sensor. So now I'm going to keep my finger in the sensor. I'm just keeping my finger, and you can see the data. So my body temperature is 97. Okay, so my body temperature, you can see around, it will get stabilized. Okay, it's around 97, and the ambient temperature is 34. So my body temperature is 96 around, yes, 96 around, 96 within 97, it is 96 around, and the ambient temperature is 34. and it's keep on updating the label, right? Because I am keeping my finger there. If I remove the finger, it will stop. Because the obstacle sensor, I am using the obstacle sensor, right? So there is no obstacle, there is no finger, so it is getting stopped. If again I keep my finger, it will start. Okay, and it will keep on reading the values and get stabilized. Okay, it's around 96 and below 97. So this is the value of my body temperature, and this is how we can display it in the screen by using the GUI. Okay, it's interesting to see it in GUI, right? Fine. So this is how we can see. I will share the library files record in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you support me. Subscribe our channel for more videos, and also tell me in my comments what are the videos in need, so that I can try to do the videos, whatever it may be, the Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or Raspberry Pi Pico, or any microcontrollers, whatever you wish, you just put it in the comments. I will try to do it in the future. Thank you. Thanks for watching.